This is Catherine, and the purpose of this video is to show you how to embed a Voicethread presentation into your Moodle course. In order to do this, you need to have the Embed Code. And so this first part is going to be for Betty, and what you'll need to do is you'll need to send the Embed Code to Gwen. To do that, you click once on your presentation. So in this case, I'm going to click once on my presentation, which will be the practice presentation. I just was playing around to see if I can embed a video. And then what you're looking for is something called menu. Up here in the top left-hand corner, you'll click once on the word menu, and you'll get a sub-menu, and the third item down is called embed. You'll want to click on this word embed. Once you've clicked on embed, you will get this box right here that says embed code. Now you don't need to know what it means. What you do need to do is copy it. So you click once on this word, these words, copy this, and it will indicate to you that you've copied it to the clipboard. Then what you need to do is open up your email program, write to Gwen, and just paste that code into the email program. What your instructor will need to do is, once they receive this, they're going to just copy the code itself, so nothing else but the code, and they're going to put it into the course. The way that they do this is copy the code, and then they move over to their course, and in this case I'm just going to move from here, and I'm going to make sure I actually have a course open. Sorry about that. So let's just move into the course. This is we're going to pretend this is a course, and you're going to make sure that your editing is turned on. So these instructions now are for your instructor, Gwen. So you're in your course, you'll click once on turn editing on, and then you as the instructor are going to scroll down to the area where you would like to put this voice thread. Now there's lots of ways to embed a voice thread. You can see I've already done it here once. I'm going to show you a couple of different ways as an instructor. After you've turned editing on, you're going to look for the pencil in the area that you wish to put it. Now, in this case, I'm in topic mode. You might have formatted your course so that there are dates there. No matter what kind of format you will have a pencil beside either the date or the topic, and you'll click once on that pencil. And we're going to deselect the default section name in this case, and we'll just call it Voicethread example. And here's the tricky part. You're going to embed the code right here, but in order to embed the code, you have to be in what's called HTML mode. You look for that item located somewhere here on your button bar, and you click once on HTML. And this is where you will get a new window, and the HTML source editor will appear. The code that Betty sent you is where you will paste that code into the editor. And then you'll click once on updates. So I just embedded the code, and I click on update. What it will show you is what it looks like visually here. And then you'll have the option to justify it to left or to right, align it in your course outline. And what I would do is I would just align it so that it's in the center of your course, and then you click on Save Changes. When you click on Save Changes, you go back to your course, and you should see it right there in the section that you put it in. Another way in which you could add this to your course is by adding it as a label. So you go to the words Add a Resource, and in the submenu you select Label, and in the label you will type in not the text. You'll click once again on this word HTML, and you'll paste the code into the editor once again and click on Update. In this case, it's hidden to the students automatically, so you'll want to make sure and show it. Make sure that it's justified in the middle, and then you save and return to course. So what I've shown you is, as an instructor, there's a couple of ways to embed this into the course. One way in which you can do that is by embedding it right into the section itself, which I did in the first example by clicking on this pencil tool. The second way in which you can embed the voice thread directly into your course is by adding it as a label. And the other way is you can also add it as a page. Now if you add it as a page, then what happens is it just shows up as a link in itself. So for instance, if I wanted to type in Voicethread, and this is the description, and then I wanted to paste that into the page content itself. I click again on the HTML editor, I click on update, I make sure that it's visible, and I save and I return to the course. So let's see what that looks like. 3 different ways. This way it just shows up as a link. I don't think it's as dynamic as if you were to embed it into the course itself as a label, or to embed it into the course itself as a topic or beside the date. So now what happens is, this is the third part. So we're back to Betty. If you want students, now that it's in the course, if you want students to interact with the artifact that's currently in your course and make suggestions or reflections, what they can do is they can click on this comment and they can either record, create a video, or type their comment. So because I've already logged in to Voicethread in order to embed the code, I was able to do that seamlessly and then click on save. But this is what happens if it is a student coming in for the first time and they want to see what you've done. So I am just going to open up a brand new Moodle section because I can do that. And I'll just show you what that looks like if you haven't logged into Voicethreads for the first time. So here's the Voicethread, and now what I want to do is I want to create a comment. I click once on the word comment, I click on the word type, and this is where your students will have to log in. In this case, I will log in here. It's seamless. You don't actually have to go to Voicethreads to do it, and you sign in. Once you sign in, then your then your ID shows up, and this is where I can type my comment. So I type my comment, I click on save, and it shows up as a comment here. Now, the reason why it didn't show up as a duplication is because I probably have 2 different comments. You can go to any part of your slideshow, and you can click on type, you can type the comment, click on save, and it will show up as a comment there. So I've already done it here once, and you can see how it's done. What I've shown you today then is how to find the embed code in Voicethreads, and I'll just close this top window to review how that is found. Remember, it is found in the embed feature, and that is found under the menu option. I've showed you what to do with that embed code. You copy it and you send it to your instructor, and then I've shown the instructor what to do when they find that embed code, and they can put it directly into their course through the pencil mode under topic or date, or they can insert it as a label, which we've done here, or they can insert it as a page. I hope that helps. Thanks.